Welcome again to Double Narratives with Dr. NG. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. What do we do here? We pick issues and then we consider it from both sides of the narrative. So please do well to subscribe to my channel and you will not regret your doing so. Today we're going to pick on a very important aspect of communication that's going to help us a great deal in different kind of relationships that we might find ourselves in. And I title it Communication Wars That You Must Conquer. Whatever kind of relationship we find ourselves in, whether it's in a parent-child relationship, work relationship, romantic relationship, or just platonic relationships, we all from time to time will have to be faced with these wars, and we must conquer it in order to have lasting relationship with people. Let me start by giving us a refresher on what exactly we mean when we talk about relationships. Oftentimes when we talk about communication and relationship, people often think it's, of course, for lovers. But that is very erroneous, because whatever kind of relationship we have, we must from time to time nurture it. Because every relationship is premised on healthy communication. I'm going to read a definition of relationship to us, and I want to highlight some key points. I'll read it to us. Relationship associations is a conscious awareness of one another's identity and meaningful understanding of the relationship we share. That simply means we cannot have meaningful relationship except we discover each other's identity in order to be able to have mutual benefits and understand exactly why we are in the relationship in the first place. So whether our relationship is a romantic one, or as a parent-child relationship, or office or official related relationship, there has to be an understanding of our identity in order for us to be able to have very healthy relationships. I have also been a victim of not knowing exactly how to communicate when I find myself in different types of relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship, a work-related relationship, or of course a parent-to-child relationships. So today we're going to look at the 4 wars that we have to contend with in relationships. And as a matter of fact, according to a research carried out by Dr. John Galton, an American psychologist, he predicts that if we are able to conquer these 4 wars, that we are able to have at least 97% success rate in our relationships, whatever kind of relationship we have. And on the other flip of the coin, if we are not able to conquer these 4 wars, then we have a 97 prediction rate that our relationship, of course, is going to end in doom. So you want to agree with me that we must watch out for these communication wars and make sure we conquer them. Now, the first war we're going to be looking at is criticism. In every communication exchange we have, the likelihood is that we criticize other people. Criticism is the first thing that destroys relationship. Dr. Groton calls it the 4 horsemen of relationship apocalypse. That simply means any of this is going to bring relationship to doom except you watch out for it. It's almost natural sometimes to criticize other people. And what does criticism mean? Criticism means a direct attack on personality and not on behavior. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. Let's assume, for instance, that I never do the dishes as a young child. And because I never do the dishes, every time I am told I'm an idiot, every time I'm told I'm lazy, every time I'm told that I'm sloppy. Now that is a direct attack on my personality, not on my behavior. My behavior actually is that I'm lazy, I'm a bit laid back, and my personality procrastinates a lot. So you see, there is actually a difference. So oftentimes we have a little bit of difficulty to decipher between behavior and personality. Let me tell you why it's important that we take it slow when we offer criticism against personalities. Personality is the core of us, what makes us who we are as individuals. And we are all very different and far apart when it comes to personalities. Some of us are introverted, some of us are extroverted. Some of us are naturally laid back, some of us are on the go. Some of us are thinkers, some of us are actors. Some of us are slow to act. Some of us are we like taking instructions. We are observers. We are obedient. Some of us are commanders. Some always want to be at the forefront, while some personalities just want to be laid back at the back and take instructions, and they are fine by that. Now imagine a scenario where a commander marries another commander. There likely might be a lot of communication clash, and you'll have a major war when it comes to criticism, because you guys will attack each other's personality, and you might, if you're not careful, you are not attacking the behavior but the personality. Our parents make these mistakes, and we also, our parents, are making the same mistake. When children do something wrong, or if our spouse do something wrong, we are very quick to criticize them and attack their personality. Let their personalities be. According to Dr. Croton, a remedy to this is to just mildly approach them when they do go wrong by using I instead of you. And how do you do this? I thought that you would at least clear the dishes after yourself today. That way you're calling them to the lapses of their personality rather than attacking their personality. Attacking personality kills us as individuals. As children raised by African parents, we know that our personalities from time to time has been attacked and brutalized, dragged in the mud. We need to understand our children. We need to understand our partners. We need to understand our acquaintances by finding out who really are these people and why do they act the way they do. By trying to offer an explanation for why they act the way they do, we'll come to the communication better, and then we don't destroy their personalities in the process of trying to correct a behavior. We all can't be right all the time. There are definitely times that we are going to be wrong. So the remedy or the antidote to criticism is never make a direct attack. Put yourself in their shoes and use I, and of course be very sublime. Now the second war that we have to fight in communication is that of course, defensiveness. Everybody defends themselves in the face of an attack against their personality. I wish all African parents knew this. I wish our people in relationships knew this. There is nobody whose personality you attack from time to time who doesn't eventually comes on the defensive. That doesn't mean that people don't become defensive also, even in the face of very little attack against their personality. So the both sides of the narrative is that sometimes we become defensive even when we shouldn't be. So in order for us to make sure that we do not find ourselves in the position of defensiveness, we want to try and take responsibility. Every time there is a criticism comes, I think the positive approach is not to be defensive, but to take a better approach by pointing out to the person why they shouldn't have attacked you the way they do, rather than becoming defensive. Because when you become defensive, it lingers conflict. It puts you in a position where you're like, okay, I'm not taking this. Why didn't you do this? And so defense is hard. Rather than be defensive, just try and accept the fault, and of course resist conflict so that we can move on. Now the very third one is contempt. Contempt is an expression of being judgmental, and all of us show contempt. Contempt is when you've had it. Usually it's escalated and your personalities have been attacked, you have put up your defenses, and now you just show that you are upset. We express contempt in relationship in different ways, sometimes by giving a nasty remark, being sarcastic, and I have a beautiful way of African women showing contempt is, I'm trying to see if I can get it right, is giving this fantastic long ease. We all do that, and that is showing contempt. That is a direct attack against who people are, and showing that nothing good can come from them anymore, and you're not giving them an opportunity for change. Once you give people the signal of contempt, they give up, and they never want to have anything to do with that relationship anymore, or they feel nothing good can come out of that relationship. Which leads us to the very fourth war that you have to fight, and that is stonewalling. Stonewalling means we've had enough. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you about it anymore. Just let me be. So relationships can collapse ultimately by the time we go through these 4 stages. we just shorten and we don't want to just make any effort anymore. A lot of relationships are going through this phase, either in the family or in the home or in the workplace, when we just had it all and we're like, just, I don't want to take it anymore. So what is the antidote to stonewalling? Let down your defenses. And we all should master that when we do have conflict, some people need some time. The time could be 30 minutes, could be 2 hours, could be 2 weeks. Give people a breather, give an opportunity to reappraise the situation, and then you can come up to the communication table without pushing things and bruising people and aggravating conflicts further. I hope we have been able to learn 1 or 2 things about these communication wars and how to fight them. We must make effort from time to time to look out for these communication wars, making sure that we don't criticize, we're not on the defensive, and of course, we don't show contempt. And when we do have conflicts, we don't stonewall. We open the communication table to resolve conflicts. Thank you so very much for being with me again today. I hope you subscribe to my channel and of course, click on the notification icon. See you soon. Bye.